Maybe DC and him. So like, all right, ESPN's like, all right, cool. Yeah, this will be good. There's different motives going on here, man. And bridges being burned all along the way. Novitzky's entire reputation, done. How can you trust it? How can you, no matter what you say, how can you trust it? What if, again, take out Frank Mir and Jon Jones. Take about whatever you feel about those gentlemen. Let's take it to any other sport. And I give you sport X. And I say, hey, this guy failed for this, and this guy failed for the exact same thing. This guy got spent for 2 years. He's an older guy. They're kind of done with him. This guy is one of the greatest athletes of all time. Test for the same thing. What happened to him? They changed the card for him and switched venues so he could still fight. Let that soak in. Where there's smoke, there's fire, man. And when people, you make up all the excuses and all this stuff, let me ask you something. Why hasn't Alexander Gustafsson ever been flagged for a test result? Why hasn't BJ Penn, Ryan Hall, some of these other fighters on the card? Why hasn't Daniel Cormier? What about Holly Holm, who's tested more than anyone? Do you know that? She's tested more than anyone. DC's tested more than a lot of other people. Why? I don't understand, though. Why aren't those guys, if these tests are kind of, man, anything can happen, it's the supplements, it's this. Why isn't it happening to more people? Why is this only happening to the best fighter on the planet? Why did this only happen to the best cyclist on the planet? Why? Because they were fucking using steroids. That's why, everybody. That's why. Where it's high levels of microdosing, whatever it is, there's something going on there. It's not normal in any circumstance, no matter what Novitzky tells you, no matter what Dana tells you, no matter what any expert tells you. It is not normal for a man at Jon Jones' age to fucking flag these things at a urine test or a blood test. Your body does not work like that. You have taken something externally and put it into your body. That's the only way you flag a test like this with those metabolites. There's no other way about it. We bought the excuse he took dick pills. You know what those dick pills are? They're an estrogen blocker. Why would you take an estrogen blocker? Because you're doing a cycle before. But we bought that one. Even I was like, all right, I guess I'll take that. That's weird. But he's the greatest fighter on the planet. He's taking dick pills and stuff. That's cool, man. I'll take that. Then he tests hot before. He was doing this. Oh, okay, man. All right. Let me ask you this. If he was just a regular dude, let's say, when I say regular dude, I mean not a superstar, one of the greatest of all time. Let's say he's Uriah Hall. Phenomenal talent. Uriah Hall's talented as fuck. Let's say Uriah Hall had all these issues. What happens to Uriah Hall? Would you give him the benefit of the doubt? Would Uriah Hall still be in the UFC? Would they switch venues from Las Vegas to Los Angeles for Uriah Hall? Nope. The fuck you think's going on, man? This is a pretty easy case to solve. And guess what? Y'all, me included, ain't gonna do shit about it. You're still gonna watch Saturday night. It's still, in this weird negative world we live in, it's still gonna make Jon Jones' star even brighter. Now his star is dark. His star it's a black shooting star. It's a dark shadowed star. But whether your star is yellow and shiny as fuck like Holly Holmes, or black and negative like Jon Jones, those stars are all shooting up. And guess what? Those stars all make money. So if you can deal with that negativity of that black Death Star or this gold white star, as long as you can maintain that, because what you don't want to have to happen is be that star that's just floating down here and no one gives a fuck about. You don't want to be that star that's not shooting up. Now, shooting up goes both ways. Negative and dark, white and good. His star's shooting up. He's all over the media. People are going to tune in. It's the Floyd Mayweather effect, right? You might fucking hate Floyd, but you're going to buy that pay-per-view to see what happens. Even though he's 50-0, you had that little thing in your heart where you hate him so much, you paid that man $79.99 every fucking pay-per-view, even though he had no shot in losing ever, because you were hoping to see that dark fucking void lose finally, but it never happened. That's the way the world works, man. So with Jon, you fucking hate his guts now, right? You guys can't stand him. Maybe you can. Let's say you don't. You fuck this dude, man. I'm going to give him $49.99. See him fucking lose to Gustafsson. He wins. He wins. He wins. So does Gustafsson. He wins. That's the way the fight game works. You need heels. That heel is fucking dark, man. And this isn't the WWE. In WWE, they can kind of make this work, and this, when you're talking about performance enhancing drugs, you're talking about changing the fucking health of other people, especially when you see their first fight with Gustafsson and Jon Jones at UFC 165, which I fought on against Matt Mitrione. And I saw the consequences of that fight when they came back into my locker room after that. And you see that and you go, holy shit, I hope they made a ton of money. And if you're Gustafsson, imagine getting that call. He's probably the first guy they called. I assume he didn't find out from social media. Imagine getting that call from Dana. Hey, Gus, yeah, it's Dana here. Yeah, what's up? Man, so Jon failed another test. What the fuck? I know. Listen. But he didn't. You know, we've had a lot of experts talk about it, just something that flagged in the system. Apparently, it was from 18 months ago, came back again. It's all good. Okay. So the fight's still on? It is still on, but so instead of Vegas, they wouldn't sanction him because they didn't have enough time. They're on holiday and for whatever reason. Anyways, small details. So we're going to take it from Las Vegas to Los Angeles now. And you're fighting the Forum. Why? Because they're the only commission that would sanction him. Okay. Yeah, I know it's the biggest fight of your life, and it's the biggest fight we could possibly make for you because you lost him off from fucking inches. Some people think you won. Now, not only are you going to fight him, but you're going to fight him knowing he failed a steroid test. Paint that however you want. At the end of the day, Gustafsson is fighting the greatest fighter on the planet who failed a steroid test. From USADA, who's supposed to be one of the highest regulatory bodies in the world. He failed that test. Now you have to fight him. And not only do you have to fight him, the only place we get cleared, the only people who could fill their pockets with money enough on the last second fight is in LA. You got to do that now. Not only do you have to beat him, but you have to beat him knowing he has failed a steroid test. And they're going to tell you all sorts of stuff, man. It was from old, it was a cyst. It was, you know what? It was stored in his fat cells, but he's shredded. Yeah, so it was stored like in his ass fat cells because it's like some fat back there, I guess. And it like popped out when he took this test. But didn't you test him more than once? Yeah? Did you test him more than once this camp? Yeah, we did. But what happened with those tests? He passed them. But then he failed this one? Yeah. Well, wouldn't that be microdosing? Where you can take it, and so some you pass them, you don't, and then they fucked up on this one? It's pretty easy to figure out. Again, I know, dude, a lot of muddy waters going on right now, but it was in his fat cells and popped out. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'll do it. If I'm Gustafsson, I'm going, hold the fuck up. This is what I would do if I was Gustafsson. Hold up. He failed another steroid test? Yes. Okay. Well, he's probably on steroids not on the first time, even though he only trained 2 weeks. We'll get to that. So I'm going to need a shitload of money. Otherwise, you don't have an event. Obviously, Jon's going to do whatever happens because you're bending over backwards. You got Novitzky up there lying, which he's not good at. You got Dana won't even look the camera in the eyes. It's such an awkward video. You have that going on, and you're bending over backwards to make this happen so you cover your nut in 2018. So for Gustafsson, what are you going to do? Because remember, none of this is possible unless Gustafsson agrees to it. And I pray to the fighting gods above. I'll do it tonight. I did it last night. I pray to them that Gustafsson wasn't like, just keep it the same way. Let's do it. Because he has them cornered, man. Nope. Fuck you. Hell no. No, hell no. Hold up. You want me to fight the greatest light heavyweight of all time, a guy who I lost to within inches? Some people thought I beat him, and he flags fucking hot. You want to change the venues, and you're going to pay me the same? You're out your goddamn mind. I need this much. And guess what? For the first, I hope he did this. For the first time, the UFC be like, fuck, we got to pay him. Fuck, we have to pay him. He's the first guy really, even Conor has a lot of fucking leeway and can negotiate that, but no one's had the fucking UFC bent over like Gustafsson potentially had this previous few days ago. Where he's like, there's no, hell no, I'm not, he could have been, no, I'm not fighting him. Nope. He needs to pass the test before I fight him. I need him to sign up for VADA drug testing before I do anything. He could have done that, and then there's no event, and they lose their entire ass, their entire nut. I hope, Gus, I don't know whose manager is. I hope they're like, fuck you. We need this much. And the UFC is like, damn. Hey, Novitzky, cool if we just take some of that cash we've been giving you for the last year and give it to fucking Gustafsson. Is that cool, man? I hope he did that. Who knows? We'll never know. We'll never know that, well, I mean, I don't need to know. I don't need any more excuses from Novitzky and Dana. I don't need the press conference to be like, it's all good. It was a random test. It just popped up. Like, how stupid can you be? This is so easy. Again, why doesn't this happen on guys like Stipe? Why doesn't this happen on guys like DC and Holly Holm? Why did this happen with Conor McGregor? Why didn't this happen with Max Holloway? How come Woodley's never had any issues? How come Whitaker's never had any issues? How come Stylebender's never had any issues? Explain it to me. Explain to me why the greatest fighter on the planet, why the greatest fighter on the planet who keeps fucking up has these mishaps. Explain that to me, please. I'm dying to hear it. Give me a good, valid excuse. Because, again, Frank Mir failed for the exact same thing. And when he asked you to your face and asked that board, hey, man, could it have been from something I took previously from 18 months ago? And they went, absolutely not. That's fucking a moron thing to say. You're getting 2 years. But this works for your narrative, so now you're telling us that it can happen. Well, which one is it? You guys can say, oh, Schaub's a hater on the UFC. I'm not a hater. I told you guys, I'm still going to watch this shit. The power is in your hands, though. Whether you want to, what you want to do. If you want to show them that you're not buying this shit, that you don't think it's fair what is going on, that's going to be a small percentage. That's going to be a small percentage of the purists who are going to go, nah, this ain't right. Our sport's not like that. So the numbers might be a little down, but the casuals are eating this up. It's the world we live in, man. What do you think?
Well, if people didn't support the pay-per-view, it would send a message, but it would also kind of mess over the guys that made it there, like Gus and everyone else.
They're going to be, but again, they're going to be casualties. So they're affected from this negatively no matter what, right? They have to make all sorts of rearrangements. Their family's not coming, especially the guys cutting weight. Now you got to add that travel day into it. There's no media day now. You know that. There's no media day. So they got to figure all this stuff out. So they're going to suffer from this no matter what. I'm sure they're not going to compensate them financially, even though they've gone through all this shit, because the UFC's losing their nut on the gate now.
Yeah.
So there's all these factors. So they're fucked no matter what. So they're casualties of war no matter what. So when you think of that, you got to think about the overall benefit of the sport, not just the 24 guys or 36 guys on the card that particular night. You got to go, this isn't cool. We're not putting up with it. You have that power, but again, everyone have to be on the same page.
Yeah.
No way it happens.
No way.
Nope. I'm not expecting it to happen. I'm not telling you to boycott the UFC. I'm the biggest fan of the UFC. I watch every fucking fight. However, what I am saying is you don't feel powerless in all this. If you want to prove a major point, that's one way you could do it. Then the UFC could go, oh, fuck, man, we didn't pull the wool over their eyes. We didn't honey dick them. Nah, they're not buying this. No, we can't do that again. We can't keep fucking guys over, man. We can't do this. We got to stop doing this, man. Novitzky, no more. No more. Go back to being the good guy. Yeah, I know you've tarnished your legacy and all that. My bad. Go back to really going after the bad guys. No more, putting cash in your pockets and you get on camera. It's awkward as fuck for me too if I'm Dana. It's awkward for everyone. No more of that. Let's go back to actually covering this thing. I would assume eventually, because USADA's so tarnished after all this and because it's so up and down, in 2019 there's going to be some different issues with USADA. I don't know if they're going to be part of it anymore, or they might be part of it, but not as extensive. There's something going to go down there because they made it worse. Let's be honest. They made it worse because now we're finding out guys. So now we're finding guys. We always knew PEDs were part of the sport. We know this. Every sport you watch, PEDs are part of it. I hate to tell you. Name a sport. Yep, they're doing it. So in the UFC, it's pretty common. So now they're catching guys. But what we're finding out is how dirty our sport is, because now guys are getting caught. They're your favorite guys, but they're getting exceptions now. And that bums anyone out, because then you know it's not a level playing field. When you know Jeff Novitzky, who's notoriously known for being this fucking knight in shining armor against PEDs, and you find out this, and there's no way about it. There's no... What about the Brock Lesnar situation? That's just all good too? With his test on USADA, just disappears? We're just all supposed to be like, no, they're doing the best thing for the sport. They make no mistakes. They don't have any interest in helping the UFC. But you realize Novitzky's an employee of the UFC. It's just all shady, man. It bums you out a little bit. Gives me something to talk about.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I'm not fighting.
Even that Andy Foster guy. It's weird, man. I remember watching the CSAC hearing. I actually watched the whole damn thing. And he was like overly going to bat. Like overly saying like, Jon Jones is a good guy. There's no way that, like, he was overdoing it. It looked so fake.
I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I know. And this is what bums me out. Novitzky and Foster, I used to be like, dude, if they say it, you're good. And then I see this, I'm like, ah.
Yeah. I've always had skeptical hip eyes about this.
You have?
Yeah.
I've never had that skeptical eyes. So when I saw Dana Novitzky on that camera, I went, oh no. God, we couldn't have got him an acting coach before they went on here.
Yeah.
We couldn't have gave him the ways that you can tell the body's lying and trying to hide something. God damn it. Do better, guys. Breaks your heart, man.